Now, Washington Mornings on the Mall. At AM 630. WMAL.
637 on WMAL. Brian Neiman, Brian Wilson with you. We got Joe DeGeneva coming up at 7:06. We'll talk to him. Supreme Court ruling could come down. We'll also get into the president's new immigration policy that was implemented on Friday. And Congressman Allen West at 8:36. So a lot to do here on with Brian and Brian. So the U.S. Open took place over the weekend in San Francisco at the Olympic Club. It's in the books, and Webb Simpson is your Open champion. You had him. You
what?
had him.
Who?
Webb Simpson.
What? I thought Tiger was supposed to win.
Well, a lot of people thought Tiger was going to win after Friday, and because Webb Simpson is your winner, it means Tiger Woods is not your winner. Alex Myers joins us, writer for Golf Digest, assistant editor. Alex, we'll get to Webb Simpson in a minute, but I got to tell you, for me, it's always about Tiger. And on Saturday afternoon, before they teed off with him in first place in the last pairing with the golf course in San Francisco on the West Coast, you had primetime golf set up. I was going to be able to watch golf at 9 o'clock at night with Tiger Woods. Oh, how excited I was for Saturday and Sunday night. And then Tiger just fell apart. What happened to him this weekend?
That's a great question, Brian. He looked in such complete control those first 2 days, and he comes out leading the field and hitting fairways, third and greens. He comes out on Saturday, first shot, pulls into the left rough, and it was just all downhill from there. 75-73 on the weekend for Tiger Woods. Like you said, I think everyone was just anticipating, him finally, getting back on top of the sport, winning that first major in 4 years. In fact, it was a prime time Saturday night when he won his last major at Torrey Pines 4 years ago. So, it's just tough to figure this guy out right now.
But are we at the point now, Alex, where he is just another tour player out there, that he's just like everybody else?
Yes. In terms of being able to, having the ability to have a bad day here or there, yes. Whereas we used to never see him do that. He definitely can do that. But I wouldn't go as far as to say that. Obviously, he has won twice this year, both events being pretty big. And, he's probably the leading candidate for Player of the Year right now on the PGA Tour.
I mean, he can have a bad moment, but he can also have these incredible moments of just sheer brilliance when you go, man, only Tiger could do that.
Exactly. He's still capable of that, but he's definitely doesn't have the consistency that he once had. And now, this trend of him stumbling a little on the weekend under pressure, you have to wonder if, he needs to kind of regain that confidence that he used to have on the weekends in the biggest event, where you'd expect that he's going to play well. Now you just can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I heard Johnny Miller say that, where he's thought that now Tiger actually has more pressure on him than he's ever had in his life, because people are wondering if he can win it again, and he has to win that next major before he can, get enough to surpass Jack. Does he have more pressure on him now, and did the nerves get to him, especially late in the day on Saturday? That chip on 18, a lot of people would say, hey, I'm sorry, that was kind of a choke job right there.
Yeah, that was stunning. I would say that he does have more pressure on him now than ever. I mean, he wants it so bad. He wants to get back to that level. He always talks about this being a process, and it really has been a process. He started contending in the fall, but then stumbling on the weekend. Then he finally won a tour event, or he won his own event, the little invitational at Chevron. Then he won a real tour event. And now it's kind of the next step is to win a major. And, it's obviously a different ballgame when you get to the weekend on a major. And whereas he used to be a machine, that pressure probably has crept into his head, and he must have some self-doubts. Especially using that new swing. Now we still say new, but it's been 2 years. But with Sean Foley, obviously, as his coach.
All right, we're talking with Alex Myers, assistant editor of Golf Digest. All right, so who is Webb Simpson?
Webb Simpson, wow. Well, the Olympics used to producing surprise winners. Simpson really isn't that big of a surprise. I mean, he won 2 times last year. If Bill Haas doesn't make an incredible par save out of a lake, Webb Simpson's probably your FedEx champion and possibly PGA Tour Player of the Year. This year he's been a little quiet. He hadn't won yet, but he did have 4 top tens coming into this. Of course, he also had 2 straight missed cuts coming into this tournament, so it just shows you how crazy of a game golf is. But 26 years old, he was a star at Wake Forest. He almost nearly won the U.S. Amateur while he was playing there. And this guy definitely, could be a star in the future.
So what is this now? 9 straight with a new champion? I mean, that's unbelievable. I believe that's a record as well, right?
That's right. We already had a record, and this is just extending it. We're in such an era of parity right now that the talent level is so deep. There's so many guys out there that are capable of winning. Every week, basically anyone in the field has a chance. And 9 straight, it's obviously that's partly a product of Tiger Woods losing his grip on the game. But, it's tough now for someone to emerge and really be dominant. There's just so many good players right now. And unless a Tiger Woods does regain that form, or maybe a Rory McIlroy or perhaps Luke Donald, although those two guys missing the cut this week again shows you, how fickle golf can be.
Right.
We're going to have this trend continue probably.
So Tiger takes a week off, and then he shows up here in Washington.
Yeah, that's right. He's obviously played well there, and it's interesting with him because he's had such a good year. He's 3rd in scoring average. He's 1st in all-around rankings. He's 1st in total driving. The stats are there. His putting stats aren't even that bad. But tough to know what to expect when the guy wins a tournament, has the worst 3-tournament stretch of his career, wins another tournament, then is leading a major, and then completely collapses over the weekend.
Right.
All right, Alex, good to talk to you. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate getting up early, especially after a late night watching it on primetime golf. And I vote for having it on the West Coast every single year, even though I'm an East Coast guy.